Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
Hey everyone, welcome to Vancouver Canucks. My name is Rev Trev, and of course, I am glad to have you here. We got a lot to talk about today, So today we're going to be talking about the Canucks versus Blue Jackets. The road trip is over. Let's chat about our Canucks, this road trip, and I'm excited about tonight's stream with you guys and you girls. So we know that the Canucks lost in shootout 4-3 in Columbus against this Blue Jacket team. 4-3 loss, or overtime loss is what we should call it, or shootout loss, I think is how you call it. So it's going to start off with the big question tonight is this. Did you see this Canucks? Do you? I gotta change that. Sorry, my bad. Forgive me. Okay. Do you see this Canucks team as the Road Warriors or the Home Slayers? The road record is 15-7-3, and the home record is 14-4-1. Okay, so let me know in the comments what you think. Do you consider them Road Warriors or the Home Slayers? Okay, or the Home Masters? I don't even know. I was trying to think of a name. That's the best I could think of. So just definitely do that. Also, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please do. You can also follow me, Vancouver Canucks, on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. That would be really, really fantastic. Thanks so much, everyone, for being here and watching this live stream, being a part of the conversation. I love the interaction that happens, and so I'm going to answer a lot of your questions, a lot of your comments in there here. So definitely make sure that you do that. I post out of this question, different posts that you post. I love connecting with you. Also, I don't know if you've seen it yet, and I don't know if I put a picture in here. No, I did not. So have you seen the video that I just got released this evening called Canucks Road Warriors video? Please check it out. I think you'll really like it. If you're a fan of wrestling, not that I'm a big fan of wrestling anymore. I used to be. But if you're a fan of wrestling, there's two references in that video. I'd love for you to tell me which two they were. The first one's the most obvious. Absolutely. So, okay, let's dive into this game tonight. Let's absolutely dive into this game. Let's go with, so in the pregame, we saw that DeSmith was to start. Juleson was the healthy scratch again, which was interesting. I think this is the team going forward playoff-wise. Now, here's the other news about this pregame. It was absolutely insane. Apparently, because of the weather, it was so bad that, and we know because like the Buffalo Bills game was delayed, the whole thing, right, everyone? The Buffalo Bills, the Buffalo area was so bad that they bussed from Buffalo to Toronto to fly out to go to Columbus. Instead, they couldn't fly out. Apparently, it wasn't safe to fly out from Buffalo down to Columbus. So they drove. Isn't that wild? They drove to Toronto. Whoever is that bus driver that drove to Toronto, God bless you, man. So glad you made it. Lots of people are staying at home. But that's what, and then they arrived late, and there was no real delay on when the start was supposed to be. So it's quite insane, everyone. It was quite insane. So I kind of like, I don't know how they played so well considering the late night, the all the travel differences. They actually didn't look like much of a different team. So yeah, that was super interesting. So the pregame was there. But then once the game started, and I know a lot of people won't do this, and I think this is the tragic thing, because in the NHL, there's so much parity that I do think that we need to give people credit. Like, the Columbus Blue Jackets played better than the Vancouver Canucks today. They outplayed them, they outshot them, they outscored them. I mean, maybe they didn't outplay them the whole game. But overall, the game itself, they were the better team today. So early start, Martin Luther King Day. But I want to give the Blue Jackets some credit. And if you want to post in the comments who you thought the best Blue Jacket was, that would be great. Yeah. So, I mean, it's also a long 7-game road trip. They've been away from home for about 2 weeks. So there is I'm not creating excuses. I am giving the Blue Jackets some credit, okay? But I do think it's important to realize the travel for 2 weeks, but also the travel just to get to Columbus from Buffalo. And the Blue Jackets played well. So what would you expect? I mean, they got a point. That is really, at the end of the day, the most important part about today is that they got a point. And I think that's what we need to remind ourselves, that the Canucks got a point, Blue Jackets got 2 points. Now, if we talk about the game, the lotto line was a bit quiet tonight, right? Don't you agree that the lotto line was really quiet tonight? They weren't their normal. I mean, they weren't their dominant self. So that does affect as well, right? So, and then the Miller goal was literally playing tic-tac-toe. Like, who scored it? Some thought it was Besser. Some thought it was Miller. Some thought it was Pettersson. Some thought it went off of the Columbus guy, so it was Miller, and it was Miller. So interesting. I'm sure they slowed it down like 4,000 times, figured that out. So, and then the Garland goal he was in the right place at the right time, and the third line strikes again. And so I don't know how Bluger knew that he was going to be out in the front. I don't know if he saw him or whatever. He just kind of, from my opinion, and obviously not, is I thought he just turned around and just shot it and threw it there, because maybe they just a design play. He's supposed to be there. It looked like he knew what he was doing. It looked also to me, and I'm like, I don't think he knows that he just fluked out there. But no, they know what they're doing. They practice a lot. They have good chemistry. Bluger throws it in front. Garland's right there. It was awesome. That was an awesome goal. And then I thought the best goal of the day was the Pettersson snipe. That was worth the price of admission. Like, I love it how, so many players shoot it top glove, right? And goalies are used to doing, coming up for the save. They practice that. They practice it because they always leave it open and then they snag it. Right now, players zip it by them so that they don't have these, if you can use that shot to get it above, and Pettersson has done that cannon of a shot with a slap shot getting up there, right? But I love now the idea. I kept thinking, what if you shoot it in between the glove and the pad? If that's actually where you're trying to go, because it's harder to go down than it is, because you're so used to going up all your career. But I loved how he got it right in the middle there, scored it. And if you watch it, if you follow my Instagram, check out the story that I posted, because it's the Canucks story. I put music to it, and it just looks so awesome in slow motion. It just looks so awesome. Okay. Now, the other question I want to ask is, who were the players who were invisible tonight for the Vancouver Canucks? A lot of people were disappointed in Mikheyev's performance. Some were criticizing Kuzmenko, which I was shocked. I thought he had a pretty good game. Didn't see much of Cole tonight. I mean, he was okay. Who else? Like, there was a lot of guys that I just kind of was like, I didn't even really notice Joshua as much. Almond was okay. Hoaglander was kind of invisible tonight. He didn't really stand out. I mean, he got hit in the face with a stick and drew the penalty. But if we're honest, DeSmith kept Vancouver in this one, right, everyone? Like, he was so good tonight. And I've seen some people online criticizing DeSmith's play. But in my opinion, if it wasn't for DeSmith, we would have got killed today. He had so many great saves. I like just remembering the one where he saved it and then got the rebound and got right there. There were just multiple times where I was like, wow, I'm impressed. Like, how is he so good as a backup? And I'm just loving it. So overall, the game was okay. It wasn't the greatest game, but OT was super entertaining with all the penalties, all the opportunities. That was fun to watch. And of course, the shootout came, and for Vancouver fans, it was just disappointing. For Columbus fans, it was really good. So now I am sick today. I started feeling really sick yesterday. Didn't know if I was going to be able to do this tonight, but hoping to go to work tomorrow. So I think I'm doing all right. Okay, let's dive into some comments. Looking forward to seeing what everyone says here. Okay. Daniel says, glad the trip is finally over. Great trip with a disappointing end. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, really? Okay. Let me just read it. The boys just didn't have it today. It's a good thing we get an extra day of rest before the Arizona game. Yes, that's a good point, Danielle. I don't know if it was a disappointing end. You still got a point. I know that you think everyone thinks we should win this game. I just think in parity, like everyone's trying to win, right? So I don't know if it was that disappointing for me personally. But like if we've lost in the very first game of the road trip, won 5, and then had an overtime loss. I don't know. I'm still pretty happy about that. Angelo says they suck today. Worst game of the year, losing points. I don't think it was the worst game of the year, but you're entitled to your opinion, and that's totally fine by me. I'm okay with that. That's what happens when you don't have any energy left. Well, I mean, that's a good point, right? I didn't watch it. I knew they left. So how can you say it was worst game of the year? This you can't say that. Worst game of the year. Come on, man. Didn't even watch the game. Roland, welcome. Good to see you. Went 5-1-1, sweeping York. So not so bad. Not so bad. I would say that's really good. Yeah. So I'm not down. It sounds like you guys are down in the chat. Are you kidding me right now? You're down? We just went 5-1-1 on the road. Dreamer, was sad that I got it right, but at least they got 1 point. Yeah, you did call it. Bluger was so good. Oh, yes, right. I did notice him a lot on the penalty kill, and Kuzi was playing. See, I'm with you, man. I think Kuzi was playing good today. Had them 5-2-1. Good call, Angelo. Yeah, see, Victor, I'm with you, man. I thought it was a great trip. Angelo thinks Kuzmenko's done in Vancouver. I'm not sure. Trade Mikheyev and Kuzmenko. I don't think you can trade both of those guys, but I'd be interesting if they did. Coach Rob Willie, welcome. So good to have you here. Mikheyev has been in a huge slump. Yep. Can't remember last time he had a point. Yeah. Well, he also went from Pedersen to Suter and the struggling Kuzmenko. So I don't really know how we're going to get that there. Roland, any substance behind the Gaston trade? I actually don't think there is any. And I talked about it in our last stream, and I'm sorry not to see, there's a lot of guys that want clicks, so they go on all this stuff, and you got your Elliot Friedman's, he's talking about a lot of rumors times and saying, well, I've heard some people talking about, and then there's other times where he's been hearing a lot of chatter about this. And so I appreciate a lot of the work he does, but I just don't believe everything that they might have heard. You know what I mean? And I'm not just saying Elliot Friedman, but I'm talking about in general. It seems like there's certain guys that are saying, well, I've been looking at the rosters and this guy would be a good fit. What would we have to give up? Can we re-sign Gaston for something? I don't know. I'm not really in on that, but maybe it happens just because of the Pittsburgh connection. But Crosby likes playing with him, and I don't think like they're planning on trying to make the playoffs. So I don't understand what they're going to do there. I'm not sure. Maybe they do move him because they want to move on from him. I'm not sure, but I'm not buying it. Roland, what do you think? Post in the comment. What do you think? So Nielsen lost Columbus. Now DeSmith. Okay. All right. Okay. You didn't watch the game, man. You didn't watch the game. So, yeah, I understand. You were at work. Totally get it. I get it. But I was surprised you didn't record it and watch it later. So, Roland, I think it all depends if Penguins stay in the race or not. Okay. No, I think you're talking to Roland. I think that's who you're wanting to talk to. Okay, Casey, welcome. Good to have you here. I'm pretty happy with the trip. Last game, understandable considering all the travel just to get to the game. Exactly. Luke, fly swatter. Nice to have you here. Shootout was a coin toss. They got a point. Yeah, I know. And the shootout was disappointing. Trying to go 5-hole 4 times. Come on, guys. Try to deke them or something. The most disappointing one was the JT Miller one. I was like, really? That's what your shootout opportunity is? Alrighty then. Dreamer. DeSmith had 41 saves. He kept them in it. Maybe they should have went with Hughes, Höglander, and Brusser in the shootout. Yeah, I mean, hindsight 2020, right? So hindsight 2020 for sure. Just a reminder, everyone. I just need to close this first. Not banners, comments. Oh, I want to get here first. DeSmith had 41 saves. He kept them in it. Maybe they should have went with, yeah. So the Smith part, you're right. I don't understand any criticism when a goalie gets 41 saves. You know, he wasn't very good today. It's like, okay. 41 saves. Like, enough said, right? So just a reminder, there's a number of members in here tonight. I want to give some shout outs, but if you're a RevTrev member, it's $4.99. There's loyalty badges that go next to your name. If you're wondering you're on YouTube and you're wondering why there's loyalty badges there, or there's those custom emojis that get put in the chat, that's because they paid $4.99 or someone gifted someone thing. When you give someone, it's just random. So that's what happens. Or you can become a next level member, which you get all the RevTrev perks, you get early access to new videos, you get member shoutouts, we're going to do a group Zoom call for all the next level members. By the way, Lucas Gates is a next level member. Okay. So I want to just give a shout out to all my members here. I got Jarvis, Jesse, Casey, Totally, Dell, Coach Rob, Willie, Earl Gray, Jed Lawson, Shane from Parksville. That's my buddy from Parksville. Jacob, or I should say my new buddy from Parksville. Duck, Carol, Toymaker, Hope Reigns, David W, Japan 4, Jay is a member, Eric, Adam Lee, and of course the legendary Lucas Gates. Okay, so just a reminder, no pressure. You don't have to do that, but what you do is you go onto the YouTube, onto my page, go to my profile, and there's either a membership link or a join button. Click one of those, and that's how you can do it. Appreciate the support, but there's no pressure at all. So let's just talk a bit about, let's get back into some of those comments, because I was really enjoying your guys' comments, because I really, really enjoy your guys' you guys connecting with me. Okay. Casey says, thanks to whoever gifted the sub, by the way. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. It's just random, right? It's absolutely random. So who can we trade for? It makes no sense. I know, like, they'd have to take Kuzmenko back is basically what they need. And then it was like Kuzmenko, a first rounder, and Podkolzin. And I'm just out on that. That to me is just bad business. But that's just my personal opinion. Now, Nanaimo shoe repair, 11 out of 14 points in a row. Pretty damn good. Yeah, you're right, dude. I think you even posted that in the video, didn't you? I'm on the Road Warriors one. I think you did. Yeah, man, I agree. It's good. I think you should be happy anytime that happens. So, Victor, I like the Greenway rumor from Buffalo, but you're right. Can't believe everything you hear. Yeah, but why? Like, what about Greenwood? I saw that rumor. Is it because we get 2 draft picks in it? Because if that's the case, like, and I'm all for getting I love getting draft capital. Don't get me wrong, especially first and second round picks. But they still take, if you don't get a top 5, they still take 2 to 3 years before they get in your system, if not playing for your team. So as much as I do love the draft capital, I'm not sure I love Greenaway to really be someone that's going to contribute offensively. So yeah, and Coach Rob Willie agrees with Nanaimo shoe repair. So Canucks did not suck. They were worn out. It was obvious, right? Probably won't happen considering 3 and 4 OEL buyout. Yeah, you're right. 1 point is better than no points personalized. You are right, brother. You are right. You are right. Yeah, Greenway has size. He has size. That is one of his qualities. That is one of his good qualities for sure. I'm just not sure how much that's going to translate on the ice for us to continue to be like, people are criticizing Mikheyev because he hasn't scored. Will Greenway score more than Mikheyev? Will he score more than Kuzmenko? I don't think so. Now, is he more of that playoff style guy? Yeah, sure. Want a bigger guy, they'll make an impact in the game physically, sure. But if you look at his stats, he's just not that great. So that's just I'm just not a big fan, but I'm glad you like it. If I was going for that trade, I would like it for the draft picks mostly, not for him as a player. Plan the parade now? Oh, are you kidding me? I'm not planning the parade yet. We got to win the cup. We got to win a round. We're going to make the playoffs, but we got to win a round. We got to win a second round. So I know you want to plan it, bro. Okay, so I know it's a joke. It's a joke. I get your joke. But for some reason I went all serious on you there. Excuse me. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys, okay, so I want to ask this question. Old trade rumors with Columbus. There was a lot of trade rumors with the Blue Jackets. Did any of those Columbus Blue Jacket D-men impress you enough that you still wanted one? And that is something when I was watching the game saying there was a lot of rumors about that. And I'm wondering how you're feeling about it. Boquist, that's his name, not Boquist, he looked decent to me, but I don't think there was anyone else that I was like, wow, we need that guy on our roster. So also this just in. Yeah, so post that in the comments, okay, everyone, if there's anyone there or anyone on that roster, because I know, like, for Pittsburgh-wise, you guys want to talk about Gensel, but I'd rather have Ryan Graves, the defenseman from there. That's the guy I want. But I've said that a lot of times, and there is no conversation about that happening. So, have you guys voted for the All-Star Skills Comp? We voted in. Our voice was heard. We got 5 people, everyone. 5 people in the All-Star game, and then Rick Tocchet goes, which is awesome. Well done, everyone. Well done. Okay, so that's great. That's amazing. But now we got to vote our Canucks in. So Pettersson, Hughes, we got to vote them in now. So go to the NHL All-Star Game tab or skills competition and vote there for sure. Okay, I want to talk a bit about some other news because we did talk about trade rumors, but the other news is that Elvis wants to leave the building. He does not want to play for the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the way he played tonight, I think there should be some teams that are interested. I mean, especially like if you're Toronto right now, isn't he a guy that you maybe he's good? I don't know. What about what's her name? Well, I don't know if Edmonton is he better than Skinner? I don't know. Well, what if Skinner gets hurt? I mean, is Campbell? I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying is maybe he's there. So just something to think about. Then I do want to talk about the schedule coming up, but before that, I want to dive into more of your comments. Okay. So Daniel says DeSmith was good overall. If people wanted to nitpick, he was down early on the first goal and was cheating away from the post on the third one. So he made mistakes, but 38 out of 40. No. It was 41 out of 44 shots is good. That's what it is. 41 out of 44. So, but here's the thing. If you want to nitpick, and I know you're not doing this, Danielle, but if you want to nitpick, how many times is Demko, who's had a phenomenal season, by the way, I think he had 1.4 million votes for the All-Star game. He's been out of position a lot, and that's why he's gotten scored on. It's when he's in net, is in between those two posts, he is unbelievable stuff. But the moment they get him just a little bit too far off the side and he gets out of control, I mean, if people want to nitpick, right? So, Blankenberg would be a nice replacement of Myers. Really interesting. I'll have to do some more research on that. I don't have any opinion on that at all. Personalized. I appreciate you bringing it up, though. We are at 25% to win the cup, according to Vegas, way higher than anyone else. Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, peak. I don't know. I mean, Kent Johnson. We're talking about defenseman here, man. That's a forward. I don't think they're going to be moving Kent Johnson. I would love to have Kent Johnson, but I think he's not available. Mike, do you think that they would trade Kuzmenko for Kent Johnson? Because I'd do that. Even though I love Kuzmenko. I don't even want to trade Kuzmenko. Roland, if Myers was worth $6 million a year, then what is Horvat worth? We got to sign that guy. Roland, every question you're asking, I've literally done a video on. If you go to the 2024 contract predictions, okay, 2024 Canucks contract predictions, I literally answer that question, and I'll just give you a little sneak peek. It's more than $6 million, but it's not as much as everyone else is saying. Okay? So, and Myers is not worth $6 million. It was just at the time, nobody wanted to come to Vancouver. They thought that Myers was going to play really well. They had to overpay during that time to get a right-handed shot defenseman, and they overpaid him. He should have got $4 million instead of $6 million. So, yeah. 5 Canucks, awesome. Still wish the Oilers would have had Hyman in the All-Star game. He did? Oh. From this year? I guess they just won 10. So, yeah, maybe I haven't watched a lot of Oilers stuff. I just know my sister-in-law keeps sending me messages because she's a huge Oilers fan, and she's telling me that they're on a 10-game winning streak and that McDavid has 900 points and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. He's still going to get owned by Vancouver. But anyways, 6 players, including the coach. Yep. Who's the 6th player? Coach Rick Tocchet. Yeah. Okay, Oilers interested. Maple Leafs are interested. Kings are interested. There are talks of the Golden Knights being in. Really? For Elvis? Why would the Golden Knights be interested in Mertz? Sorry. Yeah, okay, don't worry. He's a trade bait. Yep. So Nanaimo, Tucker, Pullman did not get to go then. No, this just in. He got robbed. That's my point. People make mistakes, but he got the results. Yeah, I understood what you were saying there. Absolutely. This game shouldn't have gotten to overtime. Yeah, you're right. But it did. We didn't score in the 3rd period, so good on them for tying it up. Myers is worth, well, a bag of pucks for sure. Actually, I know you're just trying to be funny, but again, Roland, if you watch that video, you might be shocked about what I think about Tyler Myers and how much he should get in his next contract. So, only way I'm keeping Myers is league minimum. Woo! What is league minimum for a veteran? Duck, do you know that? Please post it in the comments. Okay, yes, the Oilers are coming all over themselves. Oh, wow. Ouch. That is awkward. That was awkward. Okay. So let's, I want to talk about this right here. I want to get this down, and then I want to get this, show this up here. Okay, I got to move over here. So the Road Warriors, again, we talked about this, lost to St. Louis 2-1, went on a 5-game winning streak. What a streak. Pettersson was unbelievable during 4 of those games. Lafferty gets the game winner against Buffalo. We lose, excuse me, in overtime to the Columbus Blue Jackets, get a point, okay? So now there's no place like home, right? There's no place like home. We play Thursday night against Arizona, and then Saturday night, and this is the pet peeve. This is one of the reasons why people hate the Leafs, because we play at 4 p.m. at home, where we should be playing at 7 p.m. at home. It happens all the time. Now I get it. The ratings, the Leafs ratings are insane, right? How many people are Leaf fans that watch these games? They don't want to stay up late. Boo-hoo. Like, honestly, when the Leafs play the Anaheim Ducks, do they play at 4 o'clock? No. Will they play Vegas? Do they play at 4 o'clock? No. No. I mean, at least I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. This is one of the reasons why people hate the Toronto Maple Leafs, because they get special privileges like this. Now, granted, more people are going to watch the Canucks if we want to reverse it, but I still think it should be at 7 o'clock on a Saturday. Cool thing is you get to go home early. And like for someone like me who's living on Vancouver Island, it's nice to have people jump down and jump down. People that jump on the ferry get home. So that is a cool thing. And then Chicago comes down, which is really great, but it's really sad that Bedard has broken or a fractured jaw. It's out 6 to 8 weeks. All those tickets plummeting. Come on. It's insane. I feel so bad. I was really looking forward to seeing Bedard in Vancouver. So was everyone. And then St. Louis on the following Wednesday, and then Columbus on the following Saturday. So it's a 5-game homestand. What do you guys think the record's going to be? I've already put that in my January predictions video. I'm thinking we're going to win at least 4 out of 5 of these, if not 5 out of 5. I would think that we're going to win. I think we have a shot to win 5 out of 5 of these. But maybe we're tired. Maybe we got lots going on. And maybe we take nights off. Maybe we win 3 or 2. But honestly, I'd be shocked if we only won 2. I think Arizona is better than everyone thinks. What do you guys think about that? Let's dive into your comments here. Myers has to pay money to stay on the team. Yes. Why is this awkward? Yes. Right there, brother. Canucks this year are the best team ever. It will ever be it ever so humble. Sorry, my bad. I don't know. We're pretty good. I'm not planning the parade yet, brother, but that Toronto game is must-see TV for sure. We are winning the cup because of Demko. If he stays healthy, I think this is one of the reasons why we have a legitimate shot. Don't mind the early start this year. Rub it in the Eastern media's faces, right? Come on, if we win that game, which we usually lose that game, by the way, everyone. Canucks better beat Toronto or forever be ashamed of themselves. No, Luke, literally, we often lose this game. So 2 wins, 3 losses, or 3 wins, 2 losses. Okay, who do we lose to, Coach Rob? Really, I want you to post it in the comments, brother. Okay, at least 3 out of 5, say 4 out of 5. I'm gonna go on a limb. I think I predicted 5 out of 5 there, but could be wrong. Agreed. Arizona is very underrated. Their arena, though, is pretty terrible. Well, and it's in Vancouver, so who cares about their arena? But yes, I agree. By the way, Casey, I made a Arizona drafted wrong draft, and I just ripped into their team. So many Coyotes fans were angry. Like, they came at me, like, not a hornet's nest, but a couple of them came at me. They were little hornets coming in, trying to get all angry. And it's like, but your team sucks. And then the problem is they've actually been a lot better than I thought. So, whoops. But I mean, they've been way better than I thought. And I don't think their draft picks are playing this year anyways. Actually, Shimachev is not at all. And is it the other one's Butte? Is that his name? Can't remember who the other guy is. Huge guy, played in the World Juniors. He's not playing for Arizona either. So maybe they turn out to be something great. I just didn't like their draft at all. So anyways, it was kind of fun getting like trolling them a bit, but at the same time. And then what are they going to say to us, right? It's like, what are they going to say? Like, we're the best in the league. So some people maybe have receipts on me right now. That'd be hilarious. Daniel, I think we might split the first two against Arizona and the Leafs. We should win the other three. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Coyotes for second wild card so the Nucks can get them in the first round. Well, that'd be Roland. That would be cool. That would be cool. I'd love that. First two at home, we will lose. Really? Wow. Vote of confidence there. Okay. Casey's laughing. What's he laughing at? Oh, you like it that I trolled them. Okay, yeah. Win Chicago, lose the rest. Wow. Angelo, are you kidding me? 1-5? I like, no offense, but I hope you're wrong. I hope you're wrong, bro. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. All right. So, yeah. So this is where we're at. I think this is going to be a really interesting road trip. I think it's going to be a great 5 games coming up. Looking forward to it. But yeah, like that question has gone through my mind. Angelo, you've been positive in this group. I'm just trying to bug you. Arizona versus Van, win. Yes, I agree. Toronto versus Van, loss. Wow. Here we go. Here's all the predictions. Chicago versus Van, win. Okay, now I'm waiting for the St. Louis with bated breath. Come on. So he's saying we're 2-1. We're 2-1. And Angelo, you like that one? Okay, cool. Come on, personalized. Chicago and Columbus are the next two. But yeah, so fun night tonight, guys. Real fun night. Glad to have you guys and girls here. Good to be out and good to be out. I hope that I hope I feel better for tomorrow. I really want to go to work. There's so much going on. Just in life general, but I need to go to work. So that's my plan. Oh, and some of you might be interested. You know that my friend passed away on Christmas Day. I did do the celebration of life service for him. And so Brendan's, we honored Brendan's life. A lot of people showed up. It was just such a great service. It was really cool. So I know a lot of you were wondering about that, and I was meant to mention that at the beginning of the stream. Thank you, everyone, for your condolences. He was a friend of mine. I'm a really good friend with his dad, and it's really sad to see him go. It was a surprise death, happened suddenly, and there was a lot of upset people there, but we don't grieve like those who do not have hope. We have hope. And even though he'll be missed, he's not going to be forgotten. And just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. I know that some of you were wondering. So if you're watching this later and you're wondering, then that's what happened on Saturday. So thanks everyone for being cool that I didn't have a stream. I appreciate it a lot. So Personalized says St. Louis versus Van, loss only if they start Binnington versus Demko. Really? Wow. So now we're at 2-2. And Nanaimo and I are still we're going to go 5 out of 5. I think that's what I have on there, my brother. And then Columbus versus Van, a loss. Are you kidding me right now? So you're saying 2-3. Wow. Oh, and Duck is using the awesome emojis. I love it. I made those myself, so thanks for using those. And then wishing Brendan and his family all the peace. Thank you. They would appreciate that as well. Nice hat. Thanks. I got this at the Pro Shop a couple years ago. It's either last year or the year before. I think I got this at the Toronto Maple Leafs game that I went and saw. So I think it was 2 years ago. I really love it. Like, honestly, like this thing is so slick. I don't know. I just think it's cool. I'm really picky with my hats. Really picky. So, Yeah, see, look, Angelo, he's being positive. He's being positive, but my hat, maybe not the team, but the hat. Okay. So 2, 1, and 2 OT losses. Okay. Okay. I'm cool with that. Cool with that. Surprised, but cool with that. All right, everyone. I'm going to shut this down. 40 minutes in. Really appreciate you guys being here. Really, really appreciate you being here. Planning on live streaming Saturday night if we can. Looking forward to the game Thursday night. I'm planning on live streaming as well, so just stay in tune and check out that video that I talked about tonight. It's the Road Warriors video. I think you'll really enjoy it. You'll love the thumbnail. If you're a wrestling fan, you'll love the thumbnail. It's pretty hilarious. Okay, so check it out, and of course, always go Canucks, go.